Coming up on Good Morning Idaho, school districts across the state are preparing for new AI guidelines in the classroom.
Confusing for adults, so I can only imagine that it would be really confusing for kids.
New this morning, how the Emmett School District aims to balance technology, learning, and screen time. And the woman accused of killing a Caldwell teen in a hit and run appears before a judge. The new details from police this morning about the moments before impact. Plus, a new Kuna fire station aims to reduce response times for neighbors living on the south side of the train tracks.
Because you know that those people are needing some help, and you just can't get there.
We'll show you the big upgrades on the way for Kuna firefighters. Good Morning Idaho starts right now.
Connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
Good morning, Idaho. Happy Thursday, everyone. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris. It's great to have you along, everyone. Hope you're off to a good start. This morning, Idaho News 6 is bringing you the latest news from your neighborhood with the largest team of neighborhood reporters in the state. It's what makes us different, and we'll get to all of them in just a moment. First, though, let's get the latest on the weather. It's what everyone's been talking about all this week.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to go see the Spider-Man movie today, if not to see the movie itself, to get out of the smoke.
I'm going around 12:31ish, so literally right after I get off of work. I'm running to the movie theaters. It'll be the perfect opportunity to do so because, I mean, a lot of areas still looking at unhealthy air quality today. And so even when we look at some of the existing wildfires in Oregon, this is the Coleman fire. You can't really see the flames as well right now, but look at all of the dense smoke. And again, this is all being transported right into our own neighborhood. So today and tomorrow, air quality is still unhealthy. This means that anyone can be affected by the wildfire smoke. It's still best to stay inside, which sounds insane to say just because it's the time of year. School's about to start. Everyone wants to be outside, so I know it's hard. You've got 98 today. Friday, 102. Going to be very hot. Even into Saturday, still trickling around the century mark at 101. So hot and hazy getting ready for the weekend, but at least Spider-Man is out, so that's something to do.
That's good. And also, hey, don't forget, everyone, to check on, if you got elderly neighbors in this kind of conditions, it's good to check on them these days because, boy, it is hot out.
Good advice.
Hey, thanks, Sophia. We turn now to the latest on the wildfire fight. Governor Brad Little declaring a fire disaster emergency in parts of Idaho. The order authorizes additional state and Idaho National Guard resources as well to help fight the massive Big Grass Fire, now over 300,000 acres. The governor noting extreme fire conditions and the imminent threat of widespread damage, injury, and loss of life and property. This, as the Idaho Department of Lands says, we're entering a critical point of the fire season with national resources stretched pretty thin. And the move comes shortly after 7 Idaho lawmakers called on the governors of Idaho and Oregon to do more. Those lawmakers pointing to the efforts of international firefighters from Australia helping in Oregon and Washington. They like that idea, and the deployment of regional resources, including crews from Melba and Caldwell to the Big Grass Fire, saying the states need to step up despite the financial costs. This morning, parts of rural Idaho remain under level 3 or GO evacuation orders, and that includes Pleasant Valley, South Mountain, and Jordan Valley, as well as Flint Creek Road, the Triangle area, Juniper Mountain, and part of Mud Flat Road. Silver City, meanwhile, is in level 2 or set status. We don't have an official evacuation zone map for those areas, so you're seeing kind of an approximation here on the screen. A large area in Malheur County is under ready status, and you can see that in the green area. As we reported, the BLM has also implemented a large temporary closure of those public lands across much of southwest Idaho so crews can work.
I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter, Norma James, outside the Canyon County Courthouse, where 18-year-old Elisa Huerta makes her first appearance before a judge, charged with the murder of 19-year-old Jade Ramirez.
That complaint alleges that you on or about the 26th of July of 2026 in the county of Canyon and state of Idaho did willfully and unlawfully, deliberately, with premeditation and with malice aforethought, kill and murder Jade Ramirez, a human being, by striking her with a motor vehicle and or running her over with a motor vehicle from which she died.
In court on Wednesday, Huerta was appointed a public defender, and Judge James Schiller decided, based on the severity of the charge, to deny her bond.
This is a first-degree murder case, so I'm remanding the defendant the custody of the sheriff to be held without bond.
Nampa police originally reported the incident as a hit and run that happened around 4:20 Sunday morning in a parking lot behind a Ross store on Caldwell Boulevard in Nampa. Ramirez died at the hospital. Although the investigation remains ongoing, police now say they believe evidence shows Huerta intentionally and deliberately ran Ramirez over.
All I remember is just good things about Jade.
Idaho News 6 was there Tuesday night as family and friends gathered at the crime scene to mourn the 19-year-old and celebrate her life. When you found out the suspect in this case was arrested and charged with murder one, how did it make you feel?
Relieved that it was quick. I didn't want her to be on the run. I'm glad that it's now, and I want to see her get life.
I spoke with Jade's family Wednesday at the crime scene. They want justice for their daughter and want people to know she was a loving mother to her 10-month-old daughter. Family says the two women knew each other and don't think this was a random attack. Huerta's next court appearance is set for August 6th, and Idaho News 6 will be there. I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter, Norma James, for Idaho News 6.
In a probable cause affidavit, police say Ramirez and Huerta were in an altercation leading up to the deadly incident. About an hour after the hit and run, police say Huerta reported the altercation with Ramirez, alleging Ramirez struck her car with a bat. Police say video taken by one of Huerta's friends shows Huerta driving into Ramirez's legs. In an audio recording that was deleted and later recovered, police say Huerta can be heard saying, quote, "I ran her over." For the full breakdown of the court documents, head to idahonews6.com. New Idaho laws will bring changes to classrooms across the state this year. One law requires the state to create new AI guidelines for the classroom. New this morning, Emmett neighborhood reporter Greenlee Clark visits the school district to learn how they're preparing.
Schools across the state are preparing to adjust to new AI guidelines under Senate Bill 1227. I'm your Emmett neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, learning how the school district is balancing AI in the classroom while also trying to reduce student screen time.
AI is here to stay, but what we have to do is we have to use it responsibly, and we have to teach our students how to use it responsibly across the state.
Governor Brad Little signed Senate Bill 1227 into law earlier this year, with new AI education guidelines taking effect July 1st. The law requires the state to create a framework for how AI can be used in K-12 education.
I think the transparency piece is always the best, so parents know what we're doing within the district, so we're consistent, and kind of the expectations.
While the State Department of Education continues finalizing those guidelines, districts like Emmett are already working through what that could look like in their classrooms. The law also requires districts to create their own policies surrounding how students and staff use artificial intelligence.
The experts in the classroom are still the teachers, and the screen time or the blended learning piece of it should just be used to enhance or enrich what they're doing or help with an intervention.
At the same time, Emmett School District is also focusing on how often students are using technology throughout the school day, with a goal of reducing screen time by 25% this school year. For some parents and grandparents, that push is welcomed.
I'm happy to hear it. Super happy to hear it. I think reducing the time that the kids spend looking at technology in the classroom, I think is a better way to go.
Patty McIntosh tells me her biggest concern is making sure students stay safe online as technology continues advancing.
It's confusing for adults, so I can only imagine that it would be really confusing for kids.
I like the idea behind AI, and I like some of the things that we're able to do and save time for our teachers. And it'll be interesting to see how it evolves over the next year to 2 years.
The State Department of Education is still finalizing its AI framework, while Emmett School District is discussing cutting student screen time by up to 50%. I'm your Emmett neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, Idaho News 6.
Another new law, Senate Bill 1412, strengthens sex abuse reporting, requiring schools to report suspected child abuse.
What we're finding is that when instances like this happen, it is being internally conducted, internally reported, internally investigated. Well, under our law, that has to be turned over to police.
The law also allows previous employers from the past 10 years to report any issues or prior investigations they've had with a prospective employee during the hiring process.
School isn't in session here at West Junior High, but first responders are. I'm senior reporter Riley Shoemaker, where Boise Fire and Boise Police are working together on a school emergency response training, and it's designed to see how they would work together in some of the most difficult situations that they could face. A warning to our viewers, the video you're about to see is a staged training exercise. It includes simulated emergency scenes that may be disturbing to some viewers, but this is not a real incident. It's a scenario that everybody hopes never becomes reality.
Help! 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 Somebody's hurt! Help!
But for Boise Police, Boise Fire, and the Boise School District, preparing for it is just part of the job. At West Junior High, first responders work through a series of realistic scenarios as part of their rapid response and active shooter training, designed to strengthen how they respond to a hostile event together.
School safety is our highest priority. As SROs, the students, the staff, they're our number one priority. So we need to make sure we're on point. And it's just excellent that we get to work with fire department as well in this training to be able to have the joint establishment of what we're going to do in these high chaotic events.
The man many consider the face of the COVID-19 pandemic faces a possible contempt of Congress vote after pleading the fifth more than 100 times. Still ahead, the colorful congressional hearing and what it would take for Fauci to face punishment. Welcome back, everyone. It's 13 minutes past the hour. Let's take a look at your national headlines this morning. The Dow Jones had its worst day in more than a year yesterday after the Federal Reserve left interest rates unchanged. All three major indexes fell sharply. The Dow dropped 1,100 points Wednesday, and the developments will have a real-life impact right now on things like mortgage rates. Overnight, President Trump ordering new airstrikes on Iran after their surprise attack on an American base in Jordan on Tuesday. And now, new concern that the war is expanding to other countries. An American-owned tanker and two ships in Egypt were hit by drones. A report from Reuters says China could be sending Iran shoulder-fired missiles, although China denies it. Here at home, a new poll finds 66% of voters say the war is not worth fighting. It looks like President Trump's pick for Attorney General Todd Blanche doesn't have the votes to be confirmed. As a result, today's vote in the Senate Judiciary Committee has been canceled. Republicans have expressed concerns over a previously announced anti-weaponization fund. The pool of money was set aside to award people who claim they were wronged by the Justice Department, which could possibly include people convicted of beating and killing police officers in the January 6th Capitol attack. Now to the man many consider the face of the COVID pandemic, Dr. Anthony Fauci pleading the fifth during a combative hearing on Capitol Hill yesterday. The question now, can he be punished for invoking his constitutional right? Here's ABC's Rena Roy.
Dr. Anthony Fauci faces a possible contempt of Congress vote.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer.
After refusing to answer a single question yesterday about how he guided the nation's response to COVID-19, Fauci invoking the Fifth Amendment more than 100 times.
Nothing says honesty like taking the fifth, huh, Doc? What color tie are you wearing?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer.
Ohio Senator Bernie Moreno even cursing at Fauci.
Here I am sitting in front of you 6 years later saying, who the do you think you were for doing that?
Fauci accused the committee chairman, Senator Rand Paul, of having a, quote, unhinged obsession with him.
The sole reason he is calling me before this committee is to get me to say something, anything, that could vindicate his repeated public pledges that I end up, in his words, quote, behind bars, unquote.
Senator Paul pushing Fauci on whether he covered up the origins of COVID, the hearing devolving into political theater.
I said, sit quietly, you are not recognized. Another word and you're gone.
Fauci's lawyer kicked out of the chamber. Senator Paul now questioning whether Fauci had the right to stay silent, given that former President Biden already gave him a preemptive pardon. But even if Paul's committee votes to hold Fauci in contempt of Congress, they need 60 votes in the full Senate, a high bar, given that Democrats are supporting Fauci.
The campaign to vilify you, Dr. Fauci, is just one part of this larger campaign against science and facts.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Good morning, Nampa. You're in the neighborhood of the day. Looking at I-94 right now, it looks to be a busy start to the morning, but also smoky and hot. We've got 97 degrees this afternoon. We'll talk about the rest of the forecast coming up.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
18 minutes past the hour. Welcome back, everyone. And it's another day of smoke out there. It looks nice with the sunrises and sunsets.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean,
I love this dog behind you. The dog, look at the eyes. That's the eyes like, oh, get me out of here.
Like, please take me somewhere colder. Yeah, oh, this is just a pretty dog too. This is Glenn's dog. He sent this in on our neighborhood or our Facebook page. It's Idaho Neighborhood Weather Network if you haven't joined it already. But you can see all the photos from around everyone's neighborhoods, and it's also just a way to learn about the forecast too. But it does again provide those nice orangey and almost reddish hues when we see the sunset. Right now, unfortunately, it's not providing the coolest hue, but it is bringing us a very smoky and cool start of the morning. You've got upper 60s down Meridian, McCall at 53, Ketchum. This is actually a pretty cool shot. You can see the moon out there right now, so it is a little clearer between areas like Ketchum and Twin Falls. Either way, the afternoon, I mean, it is still going to be hot. So one of the hottest days approaching of the week. We've got 98 in Boise, 104 in Glenns Ferry, lower 90s between Ketchum into Idaho City. So still prepare for the heat. And when we look at the smoke, I mean, it is very dense from eastern Oregon on, but from Weiser down to Mountain Home, it starts off like a very dense morning. Into the evening, we do see improvements between Boise and Mountain Home, but then right again, Friday morning wraps around and we see again all of the dense smoke start to stretch over into even portions of Twin Falls by Friday. Then into that afternoon, I mean, we do see some really good improvements. This is what it looks like. Notice it's not as dense as what we've seen in previous days. It's actually a little lighter. So I think if we do see a shot of the unit getting a little bit more sunshine out there, it's going to happen Friday afternoon. So day by day, gradually, we're seeing some moderate improvements, but air quality is still hazardous both into today and it looks like into tomorrow as well. From Ontario stretching all the way down to Mountain Home, it does improve from areas like McCall and Ketchum, and even as you make your way into the east as you head to the Magic Valley today. So keep this in mind that day by day, we'll see gradual improvements, and always double check the air quality before you head outside. We have an endless supply of what feels like just wildfire smoke continuing to roam into Idaho, and all this is because of that southwesterly flow. It's really just transporting the smoke right over to us into the rest of the, really, I guess today wraps up the month, into the new month ahead. High pressure continues to build in. And so we still see this westerly flow. There's not much change here between the hot and dry weather we've been experiencing. Notice there's not even any rain chances on this map. It's all pretty hot and dry. And so the 10-day trend, it is still hot. You've got 101 into Saturday, upper 80s Sunday, Monday. We get a dry cold front coming in, so that'll be nice, but it'll also bring on some breezy winds, and that combined with hot weather. Again, fire concerns still heading into this weekend, but after this, we do warm up, and it looks like triple digits will be back on the forecast. Now, not exactly those numbers, but it is just showing you that the trend is still hot. So into this weekend, we do see the coolest day arrive Sunday, upper 80s. That dry cold front comes in Saturday into Sunday, and then by Monday, you only have the lower 90s, which will be nice. After that, we heat right back up again into Wednesday and Thursday.
In the Sunny Slope wine region, one new winery is pairing innovation with sustainability.
News 6 Allergy Report is brought to you by Boise Valley Asthma and Allergy Clinic.
All right, no update on the allergy count. We are still in the low category with ketopod being low, but again, still a lot of wildfire smoke across the area, so be careful today. We'll keep you up to date right here.
Sunshine isn't just helping the grapes grow at one new vineyard in the Sunny Slope wine region, it's helping power the operation too. The newest winery in the Sunny Slope wine region is combining innovation with sustainability. Gem 73 is using smart irrigation systems, wildlife-friendly bird deterrents, and more than 200 rooftop solar panels to reduce energy use while protecting its vineyard.
Those 210 panels will generate about 86 kilowatts of power, and we think that's going to be enough power to run the facility in peak season, probably enough to sell some back to Idaho Power.
The Idaho Wine Commission says these types of investments are helping shape the future of Idaho's growing wine industry. Gem 73 is expected to be open in August. For more information on the grand opening, you can visit this story on our website at idahonews6.com. In the Sunny Slope wine region, I'm your neighborhood reporter, Victoria Rodriguez for Idaho News 6.
And thanks for joining us this morning on Good Morning Idaho. Hope you're off to a good Thursday start, everyone. We have a lot more in store in our last half hour. Here's what's still to come from your neighborhood reporters.
In South Boise, I have a behind-the-scenes look at how first responders train to help protect schools during a crisis.
In Kuna, I'll show you how construction on the brand new Fire Station 2 is coming along.
Connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
Hey everybody, we're getting close to the weekend. It is Thursday. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris. Great to have you along, everyone. Let's get the latest on our weather to kick things off this morning with Sophia Cruz as you get ready to head out the door. It's going to be another scorcher, right?
Yeah, another scorcher, but also smoky in the forecast. And we're used to this by now. And when you look at downtown, it is another hazy day ahead of us. You've got upper 60s as you make your way out the door right now. So cooler start to the morning. The afternoon, however, still looking smoky, but upper 90s. So it's getting much hotter this afternoon. We'll see triple digits return this weekend. Roland, we were doing so good in the mid 90s, which is nice. But the good news is, right after the triple digits come, we have a cold front coming in, and that's going to help drop temperatures.
Yeah, is mid 90s nice?
Lately, in perspective, yes.
It all depends on your perspective. All right, thanks very much, Sophia. We turn now to the latest on the wildfire fight. And Governor Brad Little declaring a fire disaster emergency in parts of our state. The order authorizes additional state and Idaho National Guard resources as well to help fight the big grass fires, it's known, that's now over 300,000 acres this morning. This morning, parts of rural Idaho remain under level 3 or go evacuation orders, primarily because of that fire. That includes Pleasant Valley, South Mountain, and Jordan Valley, as well as Flint Creek Road, the Triangle area, Juniper Mountain, and part of Mud Flat Road. Meanwhile, Silver City is in level 2 or set status. We don't have an official evacuation zone map for those areas, so you're seeing an approximation here. A large area in Malheur County is under ready status. You can see that in the green portion. As we reported, the BLM has also implemented a large temporary closure of public lands across much of southwest Idaho. That's in order for crews to be able to do their work. Just to the west, the Coleman Creek fire has burned over 180,000 acres. The town of Gentura is under go now evacuation orders. Harper Valley is under a level 1 be ready order. Highway 20 is closed, meanwhile, from milepost 154 to 223. Some amazing pictures there. And a community meeting will be held tomorrow night at the Harney County Community Center at 6 o'clock. It will also be live streamed on YouTube. In Blaine County, firefighters have established a containment line around a new wildfire near that town of Kearney. The sheriff's office warns that does not mean the fire is out, though. The fire started just before 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Even these small things can be really scary and move fast. This was near Peekaboo Road. It's burning partially in a barley field, and firefighters were working to protect at least one home. The sheriff's office says it's estimated to have burned 20 acres, but they have not shared a new update yet this morning, and they ask everyone who lives out of town to avoid the area.
I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter Norma James outside the Canyon County Courthouse, where 18-year-old Elisa Huerta makes her first appearance before a judge, charged with the murder of 19-year-old Jade Ramirez. In court on Wednesday, Huerta was appointed a public defender, and Judge James Schiller decided, based on the severity of the charge, to deny her bond.
This is a first-degree murder case, so I'm remanding the defendant the custody of the sheriff to be held without bond.
Nampa police originally reported the incident as a hit and run that happened around 4:20 Sunday morning in a parking lot behind a Ross store on Caldwell Boulevard in Nampa. Ramirez died at the hospital. Although the investigation remains ongoing, police now say they believe evidence shows Huerta intentionally and deliberately ran Ramirez over. Huerta's next court appearance is set for August 6th, and Idaho News 6 will be there. I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter Norma James for Idaho News 6.
In a probable cause affidavit, police say Ramirez and Huerta were in an altercation leading up to the deadly incident. About an hour after the hit and run, police say Huerta reported the altercation with Ramirez, alleging Ramirez struck her car with a bat. Police say video taken by one of Huerta's friends shows Huerta driving into Ramirez's legs. In an audio recording that was deleted and later recovered, police say Huerta can be heard saying, quote, "I ran her over." For the full breakdown of the court documents, head to idahonews6.com. Later this morning, a mother charged in connection with the death of her 12-day-old son is expected to plead guilty. Allison Armenta is currently charged with 2 felony counts of injury to a child and 1 felony count of failure to report a death. It's not clear what the terms of the proposed plea agreement are. As Idaho News 6 reported just a week ago, the infant's father, Brian Lemke, was sentenced to 15 years in prison with 6 years fixed in connection to the death. You can read our full coverage on the case on our website, idahonews6.com.
School isn't in session here at West Junior High, but first responders are. I'm senior reporter Riley Shoemaker, where Boise Fire and Boise Police are working together on a school emergency response training, and it's designed to see how they would work together in some of the most difficult situations that they could face. A warning to our viewers, the video you're about to see is a stage training exercise. It includes simulated emergency scenes that may be disturbing to some viewers, but this is not a real incident. It's a scenario that everybody hopes never becomes reality.
Help! 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 Somebody's hurt! Help! 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 Help!
But for Boise Police, Boise Fire, and the Boise School District, preparing for it is just part of the job. At West Junior High, first responders work through a series of realistic scenarios as part of their rapid response and active shooter training, designed to strengthen how they respond to a hostile event together.
School safety is our highest priority. As SROs, the students, the staff, they're our #1 priority. So we need to make sure we're on point. And it's just excellent that we get to work with fire department as well in this training to be able to have the joint establishment of what we're going to do in these high chaotic events.
The man believed to have died in a climbing accident in Oregon was Kuna City Treasurer Jared Empey. Witnesses say the 37-year-old fell while attempting to solo summit Mount Jefferson in Oregon. A caller telling 911 2 other climbers saw the accident. Recovery efforts so far have been unsuccessful. In a social post, the city mourning his loss, with the mayor writing, quote, "We are certainly going to miss everything about him." Empey is survived by his pregnant wife and 8 children. I-84 will close tonight between 10 Mile and Garrity. ITD crews are working to install concrete on new flyover ramps at the State Highway 16 interchange, and the closure impacts both directions of travel. It's going to be from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. tomorrow. While the interstate is closed, drivers should use Franklin Road as a detour and plan for delays.
Kuna's Fire Station 2 is starting to take shape.
And this station here was built and designed not only for today, but also for 5, 10, 15, and 20 years from now.
I'm your Kuna neighborhood reporter Brady Caskey, showing you how construction is coming along at the brand new Station 2. Kuna's Fire Station 2 is starting to take shape and will soon improve response times for neighbors living on the south side of the tracks.
And this station here was built and designed not only for today, but also for 5, 10, 15, and 20 years from now. So it'll be something that will sustain growth as well as we start growing our administration.
The new Station 2, which is expected to be completed and staffed by October, will feature lots of offices, double deep bays for engines and equipment, living quarters, a small training grounds, plus new equipment like an improved exhaust system. Station 2 will also be where the community will interact with Kuna Fire once it's open. The location of the station was a big consideration, as sometimes firefighters would get blocked by trains in the middle of town. Now they'll split the 6 firefighters working at any time between the 2 stations to solve that problem.
All right, neighborhood of the day is Nampa. Smoky start today, especially along I-84 if you're heading there. That's what it looks like right now. You've got upper 90s this afternoon, but even hotter weather over the weekend. Good news is a cold front's on the way. I'll tell you all about it coming up.
Your neighborhood, brought to you by ICCU.
This week's Love Your Neighborhood, I'm taking you into a local artist's home studio where she's making pieces for the Treasure Valley and beyond.
That's a coffee filter. These are tea bags, used. I started art about 6 years ago. My husband and I had been retired since 2012, and I decided I needed a little bit of a hobby. And so I started with watercolor and thought that would be a fun thing to try, and I got really into it. And it just, one thing after another, about 4 months into it, I received the Alexa Rose Foundation grant. So that was kind of validation, like, maybe I'm onto something, even though I knew nothing about art before I started. The encaustic pieces that I do, which are hot beeswax and oil. So this is the beeswax, and I melt it on a tray. It's like 5 layers of beeswax mixed with resin. What happens is you can see the movement. I'm still learning. That's what's kind of cool about being in my late 60s. It's like, okay, what do I have to lose? I'm certainly don't think I'm too old, and it's never too late. So I'm still experimenting. I'm still growing. I'll keep messing with it, and I haven't even started painting yet. This is just all charcoal. Right now I'm working on so many pieces for a show I'm doing in Bozeman, Montana called the Western Design Conference. And it is a 4-day show, all kinds of designers from all over the country, artisans. What art does for me is it helps me look at the world differently. I notice things that I never noticed before. These are also tea bags right here. There's a difference between an original piece and a print. People put their heart and soul into their work. And so you're not just buying a piece of art, you're really buying another human being's soul, basically. It makes you happy to have something special that no one else has created except for you.
And that's a wrap on this week's Love Your Neighborhood. You can find Kathy Holzer on social media and also at our local Idaho Art Gallery.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
6:45. I love that attitude. We could all use a little different perspective on the world from time to time.
Yeah, and so art is a good way to do so, especially with the weather. I mean, might as well. There's another activity to do inside, and she even told me she was escaping to the mountains to get away from some of the smoke. And this is out in Oregon right now at the Coleman Fire. Notice that this is where almost the heart of the fire is, and so all of this is smoke right here. It's very dense in that area, and you can just see that endless supply of wildfire smoke we have across eastern Oregon heading into southwest Idaho, and so that's why it's going to remain in the forecast into the next couple of days. I wouldn't even be surprised into the week ahead. It's very smoky no matter where you're waking up. It does look a little better between spots like Ketchum and Twin Falls this morning, but generally across southwest Idaho, smoke is in the forecast, and it's going to be another smoky day ahead. High temperatures this afternoon, very hot. 98 out in Boise, 102 in Mountain Home, and 104 heading your way into Glenns Ferry, so we are not done with the triple digits. In addition to that, though, the one thing that the smoke does provide us is some very slight relief, so temperatures are going to be very moderate into the afternoon. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up just seeing the day at 98 in some spots like Glenns Ferry or even 100 degrees because it is just so dense. I mean, looking at this morning, it's densest across the heart of the Treasure Valley, and then heading into this afternoon and throughout the evening, we see improvements between Boise, Pine, areas like Mountain Home. Tomorrow morning, we'll wake up and again, another dense start to the day. Double check the air quality, especially if you were doing anything outside. Over our mountains, it's a lighter smoke. So it is still hazy up there, but it's not as dense as what we're experiencing here in our valley floors. If we do see some really good improvements, it's going to be tomorrow afternoon by 5 o'clock. I mean, look, you don't see any yellow or dark red spots anymore. It's pretty light across your Treasure Valley, though it'll still be hazy, but areas like Mountain Home, Glenns Ferry, and stretching over to the Magic Valley look even better. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some of the best air quality tomorrow afternoon that we've seen in days, and I'm talking near the orange category where it's still unhealthy, but it's mainly unhealthy for sensitive groups. So that includes anyone with heart or lung conditions. Right now, we're still at the unhealthy part where it's here in this dark red. That means anyone can be affected by the wildfire smoke. So just be careful as you get ready for the weekend and as you're planning to do things, especially if they are outside. All right, southwesterly flow continues to transport all of that wildfire smoke. In addition to that, high pressure keeping us hot. So toasty weekend ahead of us. Beyond that, we do see a dry cold front coming through Saturday into Sunday. So it'll look a lot different Sunday afternoon. And by by Monday, but after that, I mean, notice that we still see a westerly flow. So all of the wildfire smoke that continues to go and cross Oregon will make its way into our forecast, and high pressure remains in place. So I mean, it's still going to be very hot. That's been the trend this past month, is that big H just sitting there, and that looks to be the trend. Now we do see some relief into Sunday afternoon and Monday. We've got upper 80s to lower 90s, which this is the relief we have in sight. After that, we do see temperatures rise back into those triple digits into next week. So prepare for the heat, everybody. We're not done with it just yet. And in case you're wondering if we have any rain chances, I mean, it's very dry through August. I haven't seen this map change very much. This is our GFS model, so it gives us a good idea of where we head to, and it only picks up a trace amount well into the east of us. So yes, very hot and dry with triple digits through Saturday. Relief by Sunday and into Monday, and then after that, upper 90s to triple digits continue into next weekend. Hang in there, everybody. We will get through this heat and the smoke together. Right now, though, 6:49 is your time. Let's get you ready for your commute.
The Idaho News 6 traffic report is brought to you by Champion Windows.
All right, hopefully everyone's having a good start to the morning. Here's what downtown looks like right now. Very smoky and hazy, but commuters still tackling on their Thursday. If you are heading out to work, here's what it looks like right now from some of your commutes. You've got north of Linder Avenue and East 3rd Street, a very quiet start to the day if you're heading out to that intersection. Haven't really seen too much change between Milwaukee and West Park Street either. If you're heading that way, it's nice and smooth right now. 10 Mile and Locust Grove Road, no issues on that commute either. So if you're heading eastbound along I-84, you've got Caldwell to downtown Boise at 31 minutes this morning. We'll keep you up to date right here.
In this morning's GMA First Look, inside the big business of Bama Rush. Brands like The Container Store and Poppy Soda partnering with sorority hopefuls.
We had over 10,000 posts from sorority recruitment last year.
Hoping to cash in like Kylan Darnell. She started posting on Bama Talk in 2022, turning it into a lucrative career.
I was able to put myself through college. I support myself completely. I've been financially on my own since my freshman year of college.
Incoming Ole Miss freshman Haley Peterson told us she can't believe she is already a brand ambassador.
I shared my video of me opening my package on TikTok, and then Pants Store then took my video and shared it on their platforms as well.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on the business of Rush Talk. With your GMA First Look, I'm Hannah Batop, ABC News, New York.
And welcome back to Good Morning Idaho, everyone. We're wrapping things up here on a Thursday morning. In case you missed it, these are the top stories that we're following from our neighborhood reporters.
I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter, Norma James, outside the Canyon County Courthouse, where 18-year-old Elisa Huerta makes her first appearance before a judge, charged with the murder of 19-year-old Jade Ramirez.
In court on Wednesday, Huerta was appointed a public defender, and Judge James Schiller decided, based on the severity of the charge, to deny her bond.
This is a first-degree murder case, so I'm remanding the defendant the custody of the sheriff to be held without bond.
Nampa police originally reported the incident as a hit and run that happened around 4:20 Sunday morning in a parking lot behind a Ross store on Caldwell Boulevard in Nampa. Ramirez died at the hospital. Although the investigation remains ongoing, police now say they believe evidence shows Huerta intentionally and deliberately ran Ramirez over.
Huerta's next court appearance is set for August 6th, and Idaho News 6 will be there. I'm your Caldwell neighborhood reporter, Norma James, for Idaho News 6.
School isn't in session here at West Junior High, but first responders are. I'm senior reporter Riley Shoemaker, where Boise Fire and Boise Police are working together on a school emergency response training, and it's designed to see how they would work together in some of the most difficult situations that they could face. A warning to our viewers, the video you're about to see is a stage training exercise. It includes simulated emergency scenes that may be disturbing to some viewers, but this is not a real incident. It's a scenario that everybody hopes never becomes reality.
Help! 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 Somebody's hurt! Help! 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 Help!
But for Boise Police, Boise Fire, and the Boise School District, preparing for it is just part of the job. At West Junior High, first responders work through a series of realistic scenarios as part of their rapid response and active shooter training, designed to strengthen how they respond to a hostile event together.
School safety is our highest priority. As SROs, the students, the staff, they're our number one priority. So we need to make sure we're on point. And it's just excellent that we get to work with fire department as well in this training to be able to have the joint establishment of what we're going to do in these high chaotic events.
Later this morning, a mother charged in connection with the death of her 12-day-old son is expected to plead guilty. Allison Armenta is currently charged with 2 felony counts of injury to a child and 1 felony count of failure to report a death. It's not clear what the terms of the proposed plea agreement are. As Idaho News 6 reported just a week ago, the infant's father, Brian Lemke, was sentenced to 15 years in prison with 6 years fixed in connection to the death. You can read our full coverage on the case on our website, idahonews6.com. And of course, you can learn more about all of these stories by going to our website, idahonews6.com.
Now, the Out the Door forecast, brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors.
All right, everyone, it's a cool and smoky start to the day. Be careful today. Our air quality is still unhealthy, but 70s heading out to 9 o'clock this afternoon. Hotter than yesterday. Upper 90s to triple digits across our valley floor. So be careful, everyone. All right, let's take a look at your roads now.
The Idaho News 6 traffic report is brought to you by Champion Windows.
All right, everyone, giving you a look of downtown right now. It's a very smoky start to the day. I can't wait till we actually get some blue skies and some sunshine again, but it's 6:57 right now. If you're heading out, here's what I-84 looks like heading east and westbound if you're making your way out into Baker City. Pretty quiet start to the day. And then along 16th Street and State Street, there's a good look at it now, just updated. Again, a few cars out there, not much happening this morning. You've got I-84 across Caldwell to Garrity, 11 minutes. Garrity to Eagle under 10, and Eagle into downtown at 7. So smooth start to Thursday.
Pretty quiet this morning.
It's very quiet,
right? That's good. It's kind of hard to see this thing behind us, but it's everyone's trying to stay cool these days. That's a moose. Having a good time, right? Near Osborne, Idaho, way up north in Lost Lake, apparently. Looks like fun.
Okay, so Kelsey said this was southeast of Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene, yeah.
That looks so nice. Then you can see the sun. There's not any smoke.
Is that right? It's much nicer up there.
I feel like I forgot what the sun looked like, especially
I know.
To be a moose up in Osborne right now.
That moose is having a great time, just chilling out. That's the way to be today. Try and chill out, find a way to stay cool, everybody, and maybe hit the pool.
That's going to be me as soon as the sun comes back out.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, thanks for joining us, everyone. Have a great Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow. The weekend is right around the corner. See you later.